Copperweed. Copperweed. Now, the next thing is you have to reach target market and serve customers. Now, you might have your target market, people you want to reach to. So that's why even on your social media platforms, you tend to know the people you want to reach to. Whenever you want to do an advert on social media, they are going to tell you, or they are going to ask you, who are the people you are actually anticipating this your advert to get to. So that is another aspect. Then you are going to make profit and return to investors.
National anthem, the second stanza of our national anthem. Help our youth the truth to know. Please, can I have the core camp director come forward?
The first speaker for the #1 platoon. 3 minutes.
Here at the existing protocol, I want to acknowledge the presence of my distinguished judges and my debate coordinators and my fellow corps members. Now, I'm speaking on the topic, help our youth the truth to know. And the first point I want to address is why is knowing the truth necessary for our youth, and why should they be helped to know the truth? Now, you know the word truth. The word truth contextually is talking about Mind the Gap, which is the technological program. So the truth here is talking about the technological truth. Now, why is it important for the youth to know the truth? It is important for the youth to know the truth because the youth are actually the future of our technological world. The youth are the strength of the technological world. Now, we are all young people. We have strength. Strength for what? Some of us have strength for the world at large. Now, I'm quickly running to the second point. What are the truths the youth need to know that can help them succeed?
In what they think is the right direction is doing for us now. What are they imparting into us? Which future have they laid out for us to follow? All these things are not being done. Recently, I was reading something online, like on Twitter. A girl was asked in France about why she should not dump the refuse on the ground, just the nylon. He said that's what he has been told. That's what is of his awareness, what he knows. All but how we can help the youth is about our enlightening, what the family has given unto us, what the path we have been laid for to follow. So all those things are things that help the youth on how to do things. Empowerment, like this NYSC and different CDs that is around now, that's really empowering the youth on things you have to follow and how to become a great member of society, really get there. And the truth, the youth need to know that can help them to succeed. I will really emphasize on patriotism.
Because knowledge is one of the greatest tools any man can have. And it is true knowledge that the great men of this world has made history. And that is why we are saying that the youth should actually be helped to grow. It is important to state that there is no universally accepted definition of who a youth is. There seems to be a plasticity of definitions as to who a youth is. But the point is, for a person to be a youth, the person has to be a young person. In Nigeria, for you to be a youth, you have to be within the range of 18 to 29 years. However, we want to say that when you talk about truth, you are talking about the state of being in line with reality and fact. In other words, it is very important for you to know that the truth can come in various aspects. It could be political, academical, it could be financial, it could be digital, like in this instance. Like for instance, we have been having some sort of orientation about minding the gap, where they have told us how to maximize our potentials, especially in digital matters.
What that truth is. This is a prayer we all know here in prayer. But what is that truth? The first thing I'll be highlighting here is that there is a covert corruption among the world. And that is one truth we all need to know here in Nigeria. Around the world, there is corruption everywhere and it's very, very obvious. But in all parts of the world, they all cover their corruption. But here in Nigeria, our youth are not covering this corruption, and that is why it's making it so glaring and obvious that we are corrupt in this country, which we are not. So one of the truths is that let us all know that All other countries have covered corruption. If you watch movies, like Korean movies, Indian movies, when you see them act, you're going to see an act of corruption in some of the political activities that is not even up to the standard of Nigerian corruption. So I'm going to hold all
mamas or little children, because 70% of our population are the youth. So between 16 to 69 years of age, we have 57.33% of that. So meaning, we the youth are the ones that are dominating Nigeria. We the youth are supposed to be the one that should be leading. But no, we are not doing that. Instead, we have 90 million unemployed graduates and youth in the country. And it was stated by the National Board of Education that in the next, in 2050, the employment rate will be high. Meaning, by now, the unemployment rate is 33.3%. Meaning, by 2050, it will be more than that. So what can we do about that? What should we do? What is the truth?
Understand or agree with me that we have two basic keywords there, which is one, the truth, and the second one is the youth. Now, let us define the word truth. The truth is just the property of being in reality. While the youth, according to the youth policy in 2019, say that a youth is a young man or a young girl within the age of 18 to 29 years. But before I continue to let you know what the truth is all about, it is very, very essential for us to know what the lies have been. Number one, the youth are the leaders of tomorrow. This is a lie that has misled most of us. Instead of the youth being the leaders of tomorrow, rather the youths are the leaders of today. 2, the rule of law is for the lower class. 3, your vote doesn't count. 3, you must be highly occultic before you can take up any leadership position. 5 is that the youths are lazy. These are the lies that have made us to remain where we are for years now. Now, why should we know the truth? 1 is for we, the youth, to be set free from mental slavery. 2 is for us to be more energized and equipped to take back our country come 2023. Then thirdly is to build a nation promised by our heroes past. Now, what are the truth? 1 is the need for social orientation. 2 is to get rid of religious and ethnic differences. 4 is create
the truth, then it is free. The truth is what set us free, and as Nigerian youth, we ought to know. This is Mind the Gap, and let me bring to you some gap. In 2019, I flew from Ghana Airline from Abuja to Lagos. On my first trip to Lagos, I noticed Nigeria was more of a village, and I decided that if I have the chance, I would leave. After my speech at Lagos, I discovered that many of my listeners were not Nigerians. That is the first truth I got to know. As a Nigerian, you have to be proud of who you are. I looked down the window to work, and the airlines has provided that provision for you to know the truth, for you to know the gap, for you to understand that through economy, we as young Nigerians, we can light Nigeria up. If we don't know the truth, the young Nigerians will not have started the road parade that led to the NSAS protest and led to the reform.
I am a youth. You are a youth. I am a Nigerian and I am proud. Now, the national anthem, help our youth the truth to know. There are 4 words you need to know. Help, youth, truth, and know. Now, to you, everyone here, what does it mean to help? It does not just mean assisting alone. It means those from the older generation assisting the young. We are youth from 15 to 24. According to Metro Trends, we are all youth. Now, we need to help the youth, those who are still young, unable to build their character, to build it up to where it should be, to grow. Youth, to know. Now, what do we need to know? The knowledge, the understanding, the basics of what we need to know in this world. We do not have it in the country. Now, this country, 40% of the Nigerian population are youth. 40% of the world community are youth. Since we are youth, what do we...
And the question is, why should we know the truth? Let me tell us, it is because of we don't know this truth that we youth are still sleeping on 3-seater chairs in our parents' house. It's because of we don't know this truth that we still collect pocket money from our parents. It's because of we don't know this truth that we're still seeking job opportunities. It's because of we don't know this truth that we're not married yet. We're asking questions. Now the question is, what is this truth? What is the truth? Now, look at the truth. In the youth before independence, these youths were actually proactive. They had sense of brotherlyhood. They were diligent and they were very brave. And what was the reason? In fact, let me tell you, these youth, they were eminent predecessors, and they were eminent predecessors who were able to carve their need for themselves. They took the bull by the horn. And what went in, for instance, look at the truth here. The truth was Awolowo was 37 years. Atiku, Awolowo was 37.
Knowledge and understanding of what? This truth. And this truth talks about good citizenship. It talks about honesty, treating others with respect. It talks about love for our country. It talks about service to humanity, service to our country. It's important to let the youth the truth to know, because without it, we can't build a nation that stands on peace, love, and unity. If you don't help the youth the truth to know, the youth will be able to stand up and take their rights. We are no longer the leaders of tomorrow, but the
future of any generation. And we know that in Nigeria, the youth make up most of the population, as my fellow speakers have said, almost 70% of the whole population. So why then do we need to know the truth as youth and as coppers? As the speaker before me said, most of the young leaders mentioned were youths when they got to power. But if we look at it, under Buhari's military regime, when he was still young, our dear nation Nigeria was under that rule that Nigeria first recession occurred. So then, that he had a sense of patriotism, that he didn't have to do anything, he just needed to know the truth. He knew
to know is lies, betrayal, and deceit. That is the reason why myself, Bada Olajumi Ikenna, a representative of the Platoon 6 political party, is here to tell you the truth you need to exactly know. Well, my leader has come here to tell you what the truth is and why exactly we need the truth. I'm here to take a pragmatic approach on how exactly we would achieve this truth that we want the youth to know. And we will do this by giving you a 5-point program, acronym with SIRENE. S stands for security, I stands for inclusiveness, R stands for restructuring, E stands for education, and N stands for national unity. We let you know that it's not just important to let the youth know the truth, but also create an enabling environment, a secure environment for them to even be willing to know the truth and to accept the truth. I'll ask each and every one of you here, how many of you did not want to be posted to the northern states that are being ravaged by Boko Haram?
Public policy, you can build the truth about that event, you can build the truth about the security situation of the country. So now, coming to politics, the truth about politics is who is qualified to be a politician in this country. Then the second one about the happening of events. Till now, we have not been told the truth about what happened at the Loki toll gate. We keep on hearing false information from the leaders. Then, what is the fate of Boko Haram? What is the fate of Igbos? What is the fate of Northerners? What is the fate of the West? So now, I think we should know that the truth suffices everything, and everyone should know the truth.
I cannot say I am a singer now, and I know that I am a singer, and then I intend to go into teaching. There is no, I'm sorry, but there is no way Sabinus can say he wants to become a teacher now, and then he's able to make it. No, he needs to know who he is. So next is self-confidence. Self-confidence. You need to believe in yourself. You need to believe in yourself. There's a need for everybody to believe in yourself. Let's take the likes of Femi Falana, all of those lawyers. Let's take Whiskey Davido. There was one belief that they had that they could change whatever they could do, and they did that. Now the next one is called intelligence. There is a need for intelligence. There is a need for intelligence. You need to be intelligent. You can't just come out and put bullshit out and expect people to take it. There is a need for intelligence. Now I am going to give everybody a wake-up call. There is a need to take part in the change that is coming on. By there is a 2024 elections coming up. Everybody needs to get their voters card.
You have to understand before you go out and message the people that, okay, this is what is wrong and this is what is right. Okay, things for you to know, things for the youth to know. We are talking about our federation, our constitutional rights, constitutional law, and our voters card. The constitutional law was updated in 1999, 29 May 1999, the Democratic Day. And our federation, we got our federation in Nigeria in 1963. So, and our independence we got it in 1960. You are to tell the youth, you are to tell the outsiders. This is what you know. And about our voters card, every vote counts. Every vote counts. And history can be said. If we don't learn from history, we are doomed to repeat it. If we don't learn to go along with the voters card, and everyone should get our voters card here. If we don't go along with it, we are doomed to get the same leaders every time. And we will be complaining every time that, okay, this same leader is back. But what are you doing about it? You didn't have your voters card, right? And you didn't vote. And that is just it. And what corp members should know about the truth?
We know the truth then. And the truth actually set us free from answers. Is that not so? It set us free from what? From police molestation, right? And also, it will also help us to succeed in the economic system of government. What means the economic system of government? That is the capitalism, the socialism, and also the mixed economy. All the goods are being distributed in this three government system. And also, for the youth, as a copper, you can also know the truth by teamwork, commitment, our integrity. Now, from our manual drill, we are giving some instruction that for you to live as the youth, for you to know the truth, you must be committed. Is that not so? Ourselves back. And also, I want to call us to action as the youth to please rise to our feet, as we all know that we are young.
We shouldn't be ignorant and also to emancipate ourselves from modern day slavery. Because if you know the truth, the youth today is working for 0.001% of the entire profit of a normal organization. But if you were to apply skill, the entirety of the profit of an organization will be given to you. Also, why do you need to know the truth? Why? That's the main question here. Why do you need to know the truth? Number one, money is debt.
Make this information known to the youth through sensitization, seminars, and orientation. That's what the NYC program is all about. Now, number four, what must each core member do to know the truth? Now, who is a core member? A core member is one that has passed through the orientation program and is able to know certain things. Now, the NYC program is a program that is embodied with several truths. Now, it's often said that to hide something from a black man, you have to put it in a book. Now, I came up with 3 acronyms, LARO, that will summarize how a core member can be able to know the truth. L stands for what? Listening. A stands for what? Ask. Now, it's obvious that the act and sense of asking is the what? Is the door to all knowledge. And also, people that communities that should be willing and humble enough to do what? To answer such questions. Now, what does the R stand for? The R stands for study, read. We are beginning seminar materials, several important materials at our possessions. But
subject to section 6 of section 6C of the Constitution, which all says that in chapter 2, that all the things that we need, which is free education, good life, good goals, being able to, sue your representative, is also subject to that chapter 6, which says that it is non-justiciable. That means if the government does not do it, then you cannot sue them. So this is the truth. The truth is, we are sleeping. The great philosopher, John Wallace once said, the truth will set you free, but first, it will bring you up. Now, this is it. Every day we talk about God and devil. There is no money. There is no this. But how many of you have your PVC? Please raise your hands up if you have a PVC. How many of you are going to a political party? How many of you know the English of the presidential party? How many? We are not paying Nigeria. And very soon, if we do not change all these things, if we don't start.
The foundation of every state is the knowledge of the youth. Then I present to you, what is the true knowledge? True knowledge is naturally knowing what you know and what you don't know. That is the reason why a thief, no matter how skillful he is, he cannot rob a person with knowledge. I am S.O. Muhammad, representing Plateau 10. I'm here to vehemently contest the need why there is I'm here to vehemently contest the need why the youth must know the truth. For instance, convenience, I've been able to stratify this point into 3 standpoints. The first is that what is to be known. The second is why do we need to know the truth. And the third is how do we know the truth. Now, for the first one, what is to be known? There is a popular joke about a passenger being in a train, and the passenger was being informed that the plane was made by Nigeria. Do you know what happened? The passenger needs to rush out of the plane because they don't want to be crashed. And there was a professor sitting conveniently in the train, in the plane, sorry. So when the professor was asked about why he was being sitting, why others were rushing away, the response was that the plane cannot even move if it was made by Nigeria. Because what they were teaching them is X and Y, how to make the body, but not the engine. So I present to you, why do we need to know the truth? Is it about knowing?
Thank you very much for the thorough answer. When they asked us when we are on training, what is fire? Some of us said, fire is what we use in cooking. Fire is what we use in doing this or in doing that. Though those answers may sound correct to a layman, but fire, take this definition from me. Fire is the chemical combination of 2 or more substances which results in the production of flame. I can't mention certain things that starts with T fluently. So these 3 things are gas, liquid, or solid state. Fine. As I have said, that fuel is anything that can burn. The next one is oxygen. Oxygen, you know oxygen now, the one we are taking in now. That is oxygen. It is here. The other one is heat. What is heat? Heat, increase in temperature. In this hall, 2, we can see 2. Oxygen is here, not true. Then, fuel is here. But there is no heat. At an increased temperature now, all of us will start running out. 2 of us, all of us will start running out. Increase heat, increase it further. Increase it further. You will see that this iron, most of them will start bending. Increase it further. The walls will start cracking. And all those combustible materials that can catch fire easily will catch fire. So these 3 things must be there before fire occurs. Now, to extinguish a fire, you must remove one of these elements. If you remove one of them, the fire dies down immediately. The method of removing all these things is called in fire service. This is fire extinguisher. Every fire extinguisher has the same operation. Every fire extinguisher has the same operation. This is called the powder. Trichemical powder fire extinguisher. The operation is not difficult, it's not hard. Just remove the safety pin. Remove the safety pin. If you remove the safety pin, the next thing you do is to direct it. This is called a nozzle. Direct it to the base. I'm not going, no fear. Direct it to the base of the fire, and then strike. Some say squeeze. If you squeeze now,
the fire that will start rushing out from this place. Base, just direct it at the base of the fire. Don't fight it in flame. Don't fight it. Fight the base of the fire. You will succeed in extinguishing it. At times, while fighting, sweep. Sweep it like sweep your hand, so that you will hit the thing very, very well. Don't put it straight, just sweep. Like this. Remove the safety pin, grab it, and you squeeze. Put it at the base of the chair and put it down.
Organizations. So what we do is to educate you, and we give you professional courses like HSE, that is Health, Safety and Environment 1, 2, 3, PMP, Project Management Professionals. Those are what we do in our CDs. We educate you on how to fight fire, how to quench these fires, how to go to the communities, inform them, how to use the fire extinguishers, even the fireballs, how to install safety alarms in your house. We have cheaper safety alarms now that goes off just at the sense of smoke. So when there is smoke in your house, there is no smoke without. There's no smoke without what? Where there is smoke, you know that something is burning definitely, something is coming up. So we have smoke detectors that you can easily install in your homes, in your kitchen, everywhere. So that is why I am here to inform you that there is a CDS called FeedApps, and for those that are interested, you can come to me after the program. I'll be out there, and we'll talk about how you can register and become certified basic firefighters at the community level.
On behalf of NYSC, I make a presentation of this gift to you. Congratulations. Have here says it goes to platoon number 4. Thank you very much. On behalf of management, we really thank you for the brief. It was really awesome. And then we really want to encourage you. We are hoping to see you speak in high events. We are hoping to see you be a wonderful speaker whenever you come out to speak and the world will listen to you. Thank you so much for doing that. Presidential debate, NYSC Abia State Orientation Camp is the platoon that had 77%, and that goes to platoon number 3. And so we have to call you down, cut you down. Congratulations to all the participants, all the debaters, from number 1 to number 10. You all did wonderfully well. We just have to celebrate one person, one platoon, and that is why platoon number 3 is being celebrated. All of you have done marvelously, fantastically well. Kudos to all of you. At the outset, we had it reluctantly calling on numbers 1 platoon and 10. Please let me at this point charge all of us. Once there is a contest, pick up courage. You could be the winner. Did you get that? We should be having Miss NYSC, Mr. Macho,
inter-platoon carnival contest. Be at your best. Come out when others are coming out. You stand to be a winner. Sometimes you could be the worst performer and become the best. It's not the best in speech this afternoon that won. It's also not the least that lost to become the last performer. The essential thing is pick up courage, come out when others are coming out. On behalf of NYSC and management of Mind the Gap organization, I say congratulations to person number 3 and hereby present your prize. Congratulations.